Hey everyone, welcome back, or welcome. I'm Nathan, and today we're going to be checking out four budget-friendly laptops that range from just under $300 all the way up to $700. We'll be looking at their specs, price performance, what they're best suited for, and most importantly, which one gives you the most value for the money. If you're shopping for a school laptop, a work machine, or even something for gaming, stick around because I'll walk you through the pros and cons of each one. Now to start off, let's start with this entry level option. It's the Lenovo IdeaPad 1, starting at $299. Well, basically $300. For the price, this laptop actually gives you some surprisingly modern hardware that you're getting. You're getting 8 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM at 5500 megahertz, which is great. 8 gigabytes with DDR5 at 5500. You get fast speeds with the RAM. It's really fast for this budget for $300. It's great price performance right there just for the RAM itself, not gonna lie. It has a 15.6 inch 1080p display with 300 nits of brightness, so it's gonna look decent indoors, though it might struggle a little bit outdoors in the direct sunlight. So it'd be perfect for indoor usage only, in your college classes and stuff like that. It has the 7520U processor, which is 4 cores, 8 threads. It isn't a powerful CPU, but it's more than capable for everyday tasks like web browsing, document editing, watching movies, and just light multitasking. Like if you have multiple Google Chrome tabs open, it's perfect for that. If you have to switch back between all of them, it has 256 gigabytes of storage, which is enough for schoolwork and apps. Though heavy users might eventually want more, which is great with these Lenovo laptops. The whole list is mainly Lenovo. I can promise you that, but I've also used a little bit of Lenovo. I've had friends with them, and it's been really great for upgradability for RAM and storage, because most of these laptops you can take the back off and they have an extra slot for storage, and they also have another M.2 slot, or they have one M.2 slot which you can copy the image over and any files that you have, and it'll work right nice, because you can take that 256, turn it into a terabyte, 2 terabytes, 4 terabytes. They're making like 8 terabyte just M.2 SSDs, I think, and it's crazy. And on top of that, it even has a touchscreen, which is rare at this price point of $300. The laptop is perfect if you're on a tight budget, but you want something that doesn't feel sluggish, because you got that 4 cores, 8 threads once again. I'd recommend it for students, casual users, or even secondary laptop for travel, especially if you're doing like stock market stuff. I mean, if you're at this budget, I highly doubt you are, but if you are, you can just have multiple laptops, or like 2, especially it's great if you have to multitask between the 2. If you have like one for work and then one for your personal usage, it'd be perfect for that. Next up, we got the Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 3i at $450. Now, the main upgrade here is the Intel M305 processor. It's got 8 cores, 8 threads, which means it's better for multitasking compared to the IdeaPad 1. It's great for running multiple apps side by side or having lots of browser tabs open without the system slowing down. It's got 8 gigabytes at 4800 megahertz, which is solid, but there's a catch: storage. You only get 120 gigabytes of storage. That's really not that much. After Windows updates, you'll be left with like maybe 80, 90 gigabytes for your files and programs. If you're someone who keeps a lot of photos, pictures, downloads, or large apps, it's gonna fill up really fast. Like if you do like low-level games like CS:GO or Rocket League or anything like that, it's going to fill up fast. But like I was saying with Lenovo laptops, they tend to be great for upgradability. Like I was saying, they got the M.2 slots in storage, or in RAM. I apologize. And luckily RAM's like cheap. You can get a stick of RAM for like $35, $40, $50. It's a great cheap upgrade for something like this. So while the Slim 3i offers better multitasking performance than the IdeaPad 1, the lack of storage means it's best for people who mainly use cloud storage, or someone who just needs a lightweight machine for school and doesn't plan on installing much. A great example would be like if you use like NVIDIA GeForce Now, it'd be perfect for that, because it's just a bunch of cloud gaming. Or if you do like the Xbox Game Pass, I think that's also a lot of the cloud gaming services. It'd be perfect for that. Then the next, this is where things get interesting. Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 3 at $499, just shy of $5. For just $50 more, you get the Slim 3i. You're getting 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is double the memory. a much larger 512 gigabyte SSD, so you won't be running out of space anytime soon. So you can install a lot of those games that you like, or if you have like a bunch of low-level games that you like playing. I know a lot of people like The Sims for some reason. It's not my game, but a lot of people like Sims and just adding a bunch of different mod packages to those. People have a lot of fun with that. Under the hood, it's got an 8-core, 16-thread processor that boosts up to 4.5 gigahertz. That's a serious upgrade in raw power compared to the N305. And don't forget, it also has a touchscreen, which makes it a bit more versatile for situations if you have a lot of people showing you something on your screen. It makes it easy. You can tap around, show you around. Laptop really hits the sweet spot for under $500. You get enough power for productivity, school, media, and even some light creative work like photo editing or video editing. Out of all the laptops on this list, this one feels like the best balance between performance, storage, and price. If you can afford it to spend a little extra over the IdeaPad 1, this is one I'd personally recommend to the most people, just because it has that larger storage, 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's got that 8-core 16-thread that boosts up to 4.5 gigahertz, which means it can do a lot more stuff faster. Especially with that 16 gigabytes of RAM, you can have a lot more tabs, a lot more applications open for any type of schoolwork that you're doing. And finally, this is the only gaming laptop on the list. This is a completely different category. It's the Asus TUF Gaming A15. It's $699. This is the last one on the list. It's the most expensive, so I made it pretty easy from least expensive to most expensive. While other laptops are focused on school and productivity, this one's built for gaming and heavier workloads. You're getting the RTX 3050 with 4 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory, which means you can run modern games at 1080p with medium to high settings depending on your title. So like I was saying, like previous games like Rocket League and CSGO, you can really bump the frames up on this. You'll get a lot more frames, you'll get a lot more consistent frames with those frame times, so it'll help out a lot in that area. It's a 144 Hz 1080p display, so if you play esports titles, like I was saying, like Valorant, CSGO, or Fortnite, in a smoother gameplay compared to the 60 Hz panels on the other laptops. Then it comes with the Ryzen 3535HS processor with 6 cores, 12 threads, and it boosts up to 4.55 gigahertz, which means it's fast. Most desktops these days just are shy of like 5, or they're at 5 gigahertz these days. It makes it great for not just gaming, but also heavier tasks like video rendering or 3D work. So this piggybacks off the last laptop. You can do a lot more creative work with it. Like if you do Photoshop or anything like this will help out a lot, especially with that RTX 3050. It'll help out render those frames a lot quicker. It'll just make it a smoother experience all in all. It comes with 8 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM at 5600 megahertz, my bad, which is fast, but it's a little on the low side for gaming. You'll probably want to upgrade to 16 gigabytes down the line, which is what I highly recommend doing, especially if you're doing a lot of gaming. You're gonna eat through that RAM so quick, especially with the CPU that it uses and the GPU that it uses. You'll chew through that RAM pretty quickly with that 8 gigabytes of DDR5. And it comes with 512 gigabytes of storage, which is great for a gaming laptop at this price. It means you can download more games, but I definitely recommend upgrading to a 1 terabyte drive or anything above 512 gigabytes, especially if you're a hardcore gamer like that. And it also has an Ethernet port, which most laptops don't have, just because it's not like business casual or anything like that. So this will help you out if you want those frames, or if you want the lower ping in those games like I was talking about previously. It's great for a stable wired internet connection for if you're gaming competitively with that lower ping. At $699, this is one of the best entry-level gaming laptops out there. If you're not gaming, it's honestly overkill, but for someone looking to get into PC gaming without breaking the bank, it's a very strong choice on this list. So to sum it up, right here we got the Lenovo IdeaPad 1, which is perfect if you just need an affordable daily driver with a touchscreen. The Slim 3i is better for multitasking, but it suffers on the low storage, coming with 128 gigabytes of storage. Get that out of here. You need more. That's plain and simple. You need more. Especially with iPhones these days, people fill up that 120 gigabytes so fast that they're coming out with like terabyte versions. It's crazy. Then the Slim 3 is the sweet spot for performance and value under $500. Like I've already tried making this video, and this is I had to make a whole new list, which is all Lenovo's, because Best Buy's pricing all updated and it's all everything I had on the list previously. I'll put that list right here. All the prices like doubled and tripled. So that's why all these laptops are Lenovo's. Then the Asus, the Tough Gaming A15 is the best budget gaming laptop under $700. If you look at the Best Buy website, which I've gone through a lot, and just to make this video, here's the new price performance. It's the cheapest gaming laptop you can get. If you do find some good deals on like open box items, I would definitely check those out, especially if it has a lot of RAM, a lot of storage, and a good CPU, and even the GPU. Definitely check out the CPU because you want a CPU with good performance. I've looked at a lot of their website today, and a lot of the laptops, it has good storage, but it severely lacks in the CPU department. And you do not want to get a slow CPU. If there's anything that says Pentium or Celeron, do not get it. Do not get it. Don't even look at it. As soon as you hear the C or the P, just go. Just leave. And if I had to pick one for most people, I'd go with the Slim 3. It's the best balance for price, performance, and usability. Especially with that lighter laptop, it's great to just lug around. You can toss it in your bag, do anything. I know with the Asus, it's like 5 pounds, a little heavier, so if you hurt your bag with those 5 pounds, that sucks. But if you're gaming, Tough, the A15 is a clear winner. Then which one do you think is the best deal? If you guys have any ideas, or if you guys are curious and you have like a different laptop you'd like to have like checked out or anything, just put it in the description, or in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe if this breakdown helped you out at all. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think. I think this is a great deal, or a great list here. And if you guys have any better ideas or any better laptops or better prices that you find, definitely check those out, because that will help you out a lot in the long run, especially if you get good GPU, CPU combos. And you can always upgrade RAM, which is great. I think in most of these laptops you can. I think Lenovo does really great about being upgradable, so they tend to have a longer lifespan. I know I have a friend that's used Lenovo for the past 3 going on 4 years, and he hasn't had any issue to my knowledge. I haven't heard him complain, because he's upgraded the storage and he's upgraded the RAM. So that's what makes Lenovo such a great laptop these days, because they always make it upgradability, usability, and the price to just get into Lenovo laptops is just great. They do have like a plastic build if you're worried about that, but anyway, just let me know what you guys think down below. And yeah, just see you later.